Imagine this. Picture yourself on the day of a big speech, wearing your best suit, shoes are shining. You listen to the sound of your shoes as you walk on the carpeted stage, soft but strong too. Feel the warmth of the spotlights as you stride past the floral arrangement on your right. The taste of a breath mint in your mouth as you salivate with anticipation like a hungry lion. You turn to face the audience. You see them rise. The clapping, the roar of the applause begins even before you speak. Oh, man, that's nice. How much do you love that picture? Can you see it clearly? I hope so, because pictures are one of the most important parts of vivid stories, and stories are one of the most important ways to make you and your speeches memorable. In that picture, I just painted 7 sensory details covering all 5 sentences. And I bet at least one of those details clicked with you. The question is, did you fill in more details yourself? Did you see the size of the room? What color was your suit? Did your tongue move in your mouth when you thought of the mint? You've heard the expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You could also say the opposite too. You can generate a whole album of mental images with just a few key words. The danger is if you don't offer some descriptive detail in your speech, your audience is left with just a concept, raw data, or a list of pros and cons, potentially dry, and dry. As dry as your tongue gets when you notice how bored the audience looks. Picture a whiteboard next to you with huge brown letters. Boring. Without some descriptive detail, your speech becomes a plain plot or a long monologue. Then he went there, then he did that, or I thought this, then I thought that. And of course, too much of a good thing can get ridiculous. No one needs to know the color of Goldilocks porridge or your 25-word description of the steam rising from the bowl, no matter how brilliant it is. I mean, definitely paint a picture with words. You need to capture the audience's imagination for you and your message to become sticky. But in the story about your grandmother's cooking, you don't need to tell us who manufactured the kitchen stove. Keep it simple, keep it essential. All right, let me bring this video tip home using pictures of a skyscraper in your mind and chocolate chip cookies. But first, I want to tell you this. My own business has grown over the last 30 years. I'm a second-generation speaker coach that morphed into an influence coach. What I coach right now is how to get results from your speaking, more sales, more inspiration, more influence with your audience. My clients have ranged from United Nations protocol officers to stand-up comics and keynote speakers. And I've coached the most famous heavy metal bass player in Brazil while he played the bass. Are you frustrated that your business feels like a dusty plateau, flat? Instead of a beautiful river that embodies effortless flow when developing customer relationships, you can rediscover your passion and find more authentic happiness in your life and business. Message me. Let's find out together if we're on the right fit to create big, mountainous transformation in your communication. Now that's some pictures. So I told you to think of skyscrapers and cookies for the wrap up. When you write your next speech and you get to the central moment or the most important point, paint a picture using 1 or 2 sensory details to create the scene. How the cookies smelled, the sound of the gavel banging during the trial, whatever. Even if it's an informational speech, use a meaty verb to describe the vital statistic. Our latest earnings towered over last quarter's performance, like a skyscraper, right? It's that easy, and it's so effective. So please subscribe if you want more free tips. Send me a message at the link below if you want to get started on your transformation. See you on the next tip.